Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Today is Wednesday, and you're here on Street News Now, and I am your host, Dr. Ron, for the Noon Report. Boy, I tell you, we got a lot to talk about today, so I can't help but jump right on in. The first thing I want to do is give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Every time I go live, I have to give Dr. Hunt a shout out. Dr. Hunt and I have been traveling in life for 30 plus years, 30 plus years. And out of those 30 plus years, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to both him and his family. So, one of the reasons why I talk about Dr. Hunt as much as I do is because I'm trying to encourage you, the people that follow and listen to me, to get a mentor, somebody that can be a blessing to you in your times of turmoil and trouble. So get a mentor, get somebody you can call on, somebody that can be a blessing to you. They are invaluable. Make that your purpose, make that a possibility in your life for you and your family. And then I want you to get a show so you can shout them out. Well, let's get right to it. The first thing I want to talk about today is Country Club Hills, Illinois, again. Yeah, I talked about them on last week, and it seems as though I'm not the only person that has a disappointment with the city administration and the city government of Country Club Hills. Now, let's go back a little bit. Let me explain a little bit. Now, they have a venue, a theater that was created probably about 20 years ago by the previous mayor. And because he didn't know what was doing, the city has lost money tremendously, dollars, tax dollars, money that's needed for city services in the city of Country Club Hills for 20 plus years. If somebody went and did a profit and loss statement from the very beginning till now, they're still in the red. They paid $20 million to build the place, and they're paying off that debt continuously every year. And it's an outdoor venue, so you can't even make money with it during the winter months. And everything that they plan to do with that place has been a disaster. Well, my beef with them and my discontent with them is that there are a city. It's a city. It's a municipality on the south side of Chicago. They should not be concentrating on trying to be a United Center. They should not be concentrating on being the Airy Crown. They should not be concentrating on being a venue like Ravinia. They're a city. They don't know anything about the entertainment industry. I've been in the entertainment industry for 50 plus years, and I have offered my services to them on more than one occasion as a consultant to help them. They have not accepted the wisdom that I have to offer. So they are constantly dragging the city down. We don't have people in um, what different departments. The building code violation department, the whole department quit. You know, they got a city manager that doesn't get back to you when you have issues that's going on in your community. They don't get back to you. So obviously, all of their attention is focused on running a venue. Why? Why are you taking our money and putting it in to a venue? Bad management, poor business decisions. It's just bad business, bad government. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not the only one that shares that opinion. This past weekend, they had Anthony Hamilton at the venue as a concert, and the mayor came out on stage. 10 minutes worth of boos. The audience booed the mayor for 10 minutes. Okay. So I'm not the only person that feels that they're not doing a good job in running the city. I just had to throw that out there. Russia's in trouble. You know, they're on the verge, it looks like, of a civil war, which I talked about before, about a year ago when we were doing a different show. And I told them that I cannot see how the gangsters, the mafia, and the military in Russia is going to allow Putin to continue, um, ruining, killing, and messing over, um, trying to invade that country next door to them. That ain't got nothing to do with them. They just gone in there and make a mess and killing up some folks. So one of the mercenaries on last week decided he was going to shake things up. He took his soldiers and turned around and started heading towards Moscow, shook everything up. They don't have any soldiers to stop this mercenary. That's why they called the mercenary in to help fight the fight. They didn't pay him his money, so a billionaire met him on the side of the road, negotiated with him, so he stopped his descent into the capital to talk to Putin, who ain't paid him his money, because a mercenary fights for money. They don't fight for free. They don't fight for personal revenge. They don't go into Ukraine talking about, well, we're just going to go over here and just gangster a couple of cities. No, they want their money. They had soldiers in hand, tanks in hand, and was headed down the road. They came 120 miles from the capital and stopped because they got their money. The check was good, so they said, "Okay, we don't want to go to Russia right now." So now Putin, because he's a little man, he got a little man complex. He said, "Well, I'm going to punish this general for threatening to come over here and do anything in Russia. You better leave that general alone. I'm just going to say, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass going to have to cash." Okay. So I knew it was going to happen. I just couldn't see that the war, and it's been over a year now, would last as long as it has. I talked about this on last week. Adam Schiff was censured by the Republican Party at the command of Donald Trump. Now, to me, it seems crazy that you would follow the instructions of a person who's got as many indictments and has many as ego problems as he has. Adam Schiff was a Democrat doing his job, and he's from California, and he was trying to do his job for the people that have elected him into office. There was evidence to support at the time that Trump should have been impeached, and he was successfully impeached. He just didn't successfully go all the way to jail. Okay. But the impeachment is still on the record. 2 impeachments, by the way. So I just wanted to bring that up, that Adam Schiff, we are proud of you. Thank you for being the politician that you are and doing the job that you were appointed to do. We've got some major issues going on in the travel industry today. Airlines nationally, 700 of them have been canceled or postponed because of the smoke that is blowing into this country from forest fires up in Canada. And the fires have caused major problems in the Midwest. In Chicago, we have a cancellation of at least 150 flights. There are people in the Midway and O'Hara that are spending the night. They got stuck here in Chicago because flights have been canceled, and these flights are not able to get rescheduled as of yet. It's going to probably take a couple of days, but 700 flights nationally canceled because of this poor air and smoke situation. People with um, asthma or lung diseases are encouraged to stay in. There are emergency rooms filled up with people trying to get lung treatments because this smoke has been causing problems for people. So it's a very serious problem. Chicago has gotten hit the worst. The wind from Canada came down, hit the Midwest on yesterday. Chicago was right there in the middle of the target, blew south, and now it's blowing back from the south right back into the Chicagoland area again. So it's not going anywhere off the jet stream different. We need it. Like I was talking to my fearless leader, Mr. Lee Michaels today. They said we need a jet stream that'll push it off across the ocean, and that way it's not bothering nothing but the fish or the fishermen. Okay, but right now the jet stream has not done that. It's been pushing it from north to south and then from south to north, and the wind has been lingering in those areas. It will not dissipate into the atmosphere like I thought it should do. Smoke should have went straight up into the air and dissipated into the atmosphere, but it hasn't done that. And I was just curious why. What type of smoke is this that will not go up and disappear? Want to talk about the Pope. The Pope made a move to go to Europe to support refugees from the war in Ukraine. The Pope has been over there offering resources and food and clothes and things of that nature to people that are struggling in Europe. I was just wondering why he hasn't offered those same services to some of the immigrants and refugees that are in the United States. The Pope and the Vatican have large riches that they can disperse resources right here in Chicago or any city that have an overabundance of immigrants that are here, and they definitely need help and resources, and many of them are Catholic. So if they have been following the Catholic religion all of their life, you would think that the Vatican would dispatch resources to try to help people that are in need. Help these people, not just in Europe, but also in the United States. Get some of that money out your pocket and come on over here and help some of these people. Let's help everybody. Everybody needs a little help. Help them. Send some. Open up the churches. The Catholic Church in Chicago owns property that they can open up the doors that can house refugees in Chicago. I know this. They got schools that they closed because they cannot keep them open because of enrollment went down. Open these schools up and let these people live in them. It should not just be a Chicago city government problem. It should be everybody's problem. They're here. Let's help them. Let's not talk about them in a negative way. See what we can do to help them. And they might turn out to be the blessing that we need in the city of Chicago. But let's treat them like they're a blessing. Yeah, I said that. I went there. Let's talk about Trump again. On the last couple of days, it's interesting that the media has picked up on the audio cassette tapes of Donald Trump ranting and raving about the documents and him showing them off being classified documents at the time that he was showing them, and the fact that he knew that they were classified and he could have declassified them if he was president, but I'm not president anymore, so they're still classified. Those were his words. Now, I know people that follow Trump have a problem understanding that he says a lot of things and he does a lot of things that are against rules and protocol. And many people will not hear those tapes because they did a survey and it came out to find out that many people that follow Donald Trump only get their information from Donald Trump or Donald Trump supporters. So they won't hear the tapes if the supporters don't play the tape. They won't hear the tape if Donald Trump doesn't play the tape. So all of the facts that come out about things that he have done, they won't hear it. They won't pay it any attention. They will not want to know what he said and why he said it. During the entire time that he was president, he said things, many of them not true, and had on audio, his press secretary had to go out before the people many times to say that's not what he meant. That's what he said, but that's not what he meant. So, we understand that he says things and he actually means them, but we, refuse to look the truth dead in the face. And that's what happens when you deal with a Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you are a lover of lies, and it proves and it shows it so. I cannot for the life of me understand why the majority of the Republican Party hangs on every word that he says that's a lie. They're still believing that January 6th was just a tourist stroll in the park. Well, it was not. It was an attempt to take over the government that failed, and Donald Trump was behind it, and the facts speak for themselves. So, people, I encourage you to follow the facts, look at the truth, and don't just listen to the rambling of a person who has a power hungry fetish that he's trying to fulfill. He wants to be the ruler of the United States until he dies. Well, don't wish nothing bad on yourself because you may die before you get to be the ruler of the United States before you die. Okay? Watch the words that come out of your mouth. All right. So that's it for today. Just wanted to touch on a few things. I want to thank you guys for coming out and following me on this network. I encourage you guys to, if you're interested in getting a show on this network, go over to the streetnewsnow.com. And when you get over there, fill out the form saying that you're interested in starting a show here on Street News Now. And when you get over there, send that in, and someone will reach out to you once you fill that form out and help you put your show together. Okay, that's something that you guys need to do continuously. I want to shout out to Miss Gloria Gooden. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you stopping by. Please continue to subscribe, like, and share. Please continue to subscribe, like, and share. We have many time slots available. Continue filling out the paperwork. Please continue to follow what we do here. I appreciate you guys. We've got a whole lot of time that we can fill up. So you find out what show you want to do and come on over and definitely be a part of what we got going on here. And I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in and stopping in to check out what we got going on. Check me out each and every Wednesday on the Noon Report. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. You stay blessed, stay safe, And if you have to, wear your mask. Wear your mask. The smoke is thick. Wear your mask. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Peace.